Alright, so this is going to be a performance video. Framework 16 with the dedicated GPU, 7700S, I believe it is. Yeah, and we're going to just see how it does with Ghost of Tsushima. I've been impressed by it, around 60 frames a second. Or, well, yeah, I think when I was plugged in, I was getting 60. I was doing unplugged 30 FPS, but yeah, for this test, plugged in a power. We're going to see how it does here. I'll get a sound reading here. Just idle at the desktop. Yeah, so about mid-30s, just sitting there quiet at the desktop. Switch back to the regular. Just playing at the native resolution with FSR. I've got it, dynamic resolution set to target 60 frames a second. I find that's more than enough in a third-person action game, kind of cinematic action game. Preset high settings. I have field of view turned up a little bit. Other than that, pretty standard. So we'll launch the game here, and once this traffic goes by. Kind of get an idea of the backlight bleed on the panel there. Looks worse than it is. I'm in a dim, kind of dark room. It's about 8 p.m. where I'm at right now. You may or may not hear the fans amp up as the game gets going. Get you an idea there of the launch time. So there you go, just sitting here idling. Looks like we're locked at about 60. It's gonna be hard to do with one hand, but see what I can do. Again, pretty locked at 60. I'm thinking the horse running around at high speed, things going by, might be a good one to show. Performance. If I can drive the horse here with one hand, let's see. Get you an idea. Locked at 60 or so. Yeah, performance has been pretty solid for me. Plugged in. Locked at 60 frames a second. Not even sure where to go right now. If there's any enemies, I know I won't be able to fight them with the one hand holding the camera. I need to get a tripod here eventually. Mongol territory. We'll see how bad this goes here by just crashing it. Just gotta mash the attack button basically. Yeah. No. So you can't fight with one hand here. But if you can tell, it's been a little drop to 40 there on the reload, but no, it's locked to 60 at high frames or high settings. It's been a great, good game. Plugged in. I'm going to now, well, actually, let me get you a sound reading. So, 50 or so, probably mid-50s when it really under a load. More so than this, I guess. But now I'll show you here in real time, when I quit the game, how fast the fans quiet down. Still a few more levels I think they can go down. Still a slight whirling noise coming out of the fans. But that there's nearly the fans nearly all the way down. It's still taking a charge, so I'm sure they're going to be on a little bit. But back at the desktop, in real time, right back to where we started in the 30s. So that's performance plugged in. So now I want to get a shot of performance unplugged. I've just unplugged it. We are only at 47%, but we'll see. For me, the target now is unplugged gaming, probably 30 FPS. So we can go back in here. I'm just going to change this to 30. Dynamic resolution scaling, and then drop it to medium. And see how it goes. I actually have a flight pretty soon, so this part actually interests me, how long it'll go on a storm. It'll be fully charged on the airplane before I get on. You know, just to see how long it can go on a full charge gaming unplugged. I'm sure the airplane outlets can't, you know, they're not going to give 180 watts, so. But yeah, I can hit 30 FPS on medium settings, which I believe I can. Yeah, that's more than enough for me. I can't imagine it'll be more than an hour and a half of gaming time unplugged on a full charge, but that's something to do. You recharge during the layovers or something. Let's see. Well, it looks like 30 in the corner there, but I don't really want to deal with them right now. There you go. I'm gonna whistle and alert everybody. There's my horse. Running around, unplugged. Yeah, 30 FPS, and it's actually very quiet as well. The fans aren't even on, or they're not loud like they were when it's plugged in. I can stop here at 30 frames a second, unplugged. You know, just barely louder than idle. That's with the game audio. So yeah, you want to do unplugged gaming? You know, you can. And if I just mute it for a second. You get a slight whirl out of the fans, but not really not irritating to anybody around you, especially if you just plugged headphones into it. You know, AAA game in here on the go. For how long, who knows? Maybe an hour and a half, but yeah, no fan noise really. Like I said, I dropped it down to medium settings though, but more than acceptable to me if you're in a pinch. But yeah, that's performance unplugged in Ghost of Tsushima, and plugged in. I showed you that earlier. On the Framework Laptop 16's dedicated AMD GPU, the 7700S. Thanks for watching.